Hello, welcome back. Uh, Today we are learning English language. Our topic is essay writing. Essay writing. Meaning of essay writing. Essay writing is typically structured, formal, and aimed at communicating specific ideas or arguments. So essay writing is not like formal writing that you use friendly language or the way you communicate in your family or with your friends to write an essay. No, it is formal, it is official, and is aimed at communicating specific ideas or arguments. Purpose of essay writing to inform, analyze, persuade, or explain a topic. To inform, to let people know about a particular thing, to analyze, to explain things, to persuade, or to cajole people, or explain a topic. It focuses on presenting facts, evidence, and logical reasoning. So its focus is for the writer to provide a fact or evidence and logical reasoning. Types of essay writing: argumentative essay, expository essay, descriptive essay, narrative essay. Concludes some creativity, but still follows a structure. Like narrative essay, it can input some creativity, but it must follow a structure. Key features of essay writing: use your formal tone, not informal tone. So the tone we are talking about is not the tone that you use to discuss with your friends or in your family that we use in writing essay. You use an official tone. Organized structure: introduction, body, and conclusion. So your structure must have introduction, must have body, and it must have a conclusion. Not based on facts, research, or specific ideas. So it must be based on fact, the truth, or something that you have researched about, or a specific ideas. Structures of essay writing. Number one, introduction. Introduction grabs attention and introduce the topic. Include a thesis statement. So your introduction might grab attention, and it must introduce the topic that you are writing about. You say include a thesis statement, the main point you are talking about. The point, it must include it. Body paragraphs: develop ideas with supporting details, evidence, or example. So in each paragraph, that's where you bring out your points or your ideas with something to back it up, to support it, which comes in form of evidence or example. Then your final one, conclusion: summarize the main points and restate the thesis or the main idea. You summarize the topic, the point that you are talking about, and also reinstate the thesis, introduce the point, reintroduce it again, the thesis or the main idea. Note: outline your essay before you start writing. So before you start writing your essay, outline your points. It is those points that you develop into paragraphs. You don't jump into writing your essay without outlining your points, because at a certain point you might be shocked or you might lack what you use. So before you start writing your essay, you must outline your points. So you pick them one by one and in other. Approach to writing the introduction. The introduction typically has three key parts. In writing introduction, it has three key parts. One is the hook. The hook captures the reader's attention. So it is something that will hook the reader, that will give the reader interest in reading what you have written. Another one is background information. Provide context or a bridge to the thesis, the main idea. The thesis statement states the main idea or purpose of the essay. So you must, in your introduction part, you must state the idea or purpose of what you are writing about. Writing a hook. For you to write a hook is the first sentence of the introduction and should spark the reader's interest. So the first thing that the reader reads is what we call a hook, which will spark the reader's interest. Is that your first thing that will make the reader to have an interest in reading what you have written? Types of hooks. Hooks come in different forms. It can come in form of a question. For example, have you ever wondered how much time people spend on social media daily? So did you see how the hook goes? Number two, it can also come in form of quotes. For example, as Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you wish to see in the world. It depends on what you are writing. It depends on what you are writing. That's when you want to use a question or a quote. It depends on what. Let your question or your quote not be out of what you are writing. Then number three, fact or statistic. Example, studies show that regular exercise can reduce the risk of heart disease by 50%. Did you see it? It's a fact. Another type of hook is anecdote. That's a short story. You can start it with a short story, you can start it with a question, quote, or fact. For example, last year I watched my cousin struggle with obesity, and it motivated me to learn more about healthy living. Let's assume that you are writing about healthy living. So your hook might be this. You might use this short story as your hook. Background formation. Background formation. After the hook, add one or two sentences. 2. 1. Introduce the topic. So background formation, as you now state your hook, you must add something to back it up. Say briefly introduce the topic, provide necessary content to help readers understand the thesis. For example, we have the topic importance of, let's say you are writing about importance of reading. Then this is your hook. Did you know that reading can reduce stress by 68%? See, the hook we are using here is question. It comes in form of question. Then the background formation. The background information is in today's fast-paced world, people often neglect the habit of reading, not realizing its profound benefits. Did you see it now? So you combine them together. Did you know that reading can reduce stress by 68%? In today's fast-paced world, people often neglect the habit of reading, not realizing its profound benefits. Did you see how you form your background with the hook? Writing the thesis, writing the main idea or main point. Characteristics of a good thesis statement. One, say be specific. Specific. Avoid vague or overly broad statements. So don't make it so elaborate. Reduce it and stick to the point. Make it simple and stick to the point. Say concise. Express the main idea in one or two sentences. Don't just write a full sheet in the form of expressing your idea. No. Say make it in one or two sentences. Arguable. Present a claim or idea that can be supported or challenged. So let it be in form of arguments that people can support or challenge. Yes, I support what this person is writing. Yeah, the person is writing a fact. No. I don't believe in what this person is. No. It shouldn't be this way. It's supposed to be this way. That is challenge. Some people can, some readers can challenge it or they can support it. For example of this thesis statement, one, argumentative. Social media negatively affects mental health, especially among teenagers, by fostering anxiety, cyberbullying, and low self-esteem. You see that some people will say it's a lie, that is not a fact, by listing some benefits of social media, because now you have listed the negative of social media. Why some you go further to state the benefits or importance of social media. That is why it is argumentative. 2. Expository. Reading books improves cognitive function, enhances empathy, and broadens knowledge. So, did you see it has exposed? There are some people that will not know the benefits of reading books, but through your thesis, you have exposed them on the benefits that improves cognitive function. It enhances empathy and broadens knowledge. So your knowledge are not limited. Through reading books, things that you don't know, you know them. 3. Narrative. My journey through a foreign country taught me the value of adaptability and cultural awareness. So you are not telling them, narrating them, letting them know what you benefited when you travel to another country. The structure of a body paragraph. The structure of a body paragraph. So when you want to write your paragraph, use the method we called peel. Peel. P stands for point. First E stands for evidence. Second E stands for explain. And the L stands for link. So P point starts with a topic sentence that introduces the main idea of the paragraph. So when you are writing your paragraph, start with a topic sentence that introduces the main idea of the paragraph. 2. Evidence. Provide facts, data, examples, or quotes to support the point. So that's paragraph topic that you introduced. Say you should provide the fact that will support it, or data or quote that will support your point. But let it not be out of the point that you are writing about. Then number 3, say explain. Elaborate on how the evidence connects to the main idea. So you elaborate, you let them know how the evidence, how the data or the quote supports the main idea or the main point, what you are writing about in the paragraph. Then link. Conclude the paragraph by linking it to the thesis or transitioning to the next point. So link it to the main topic that you are writing about, or transition when you are let it lead you to the next paragraph. Example topic: benefits of reading books. Benefits of reading book. Point: reading books improves knowledge and vocabulary. Did you see this is our number 1 point? Remember peel method. Point: that's your paragraph point. Is reading books improve knowledge and vocabulary. Then your evidence. Why do you say so? Studies show that individuals who read regularly are exposed to 50% more words than non-readers. Did you see your evidence now? Studies show. So you quote what other people have said based on research. This enhances your ability to understand and use new words effectively in communication. Did you see now? He said that it's explaining this your evidence. He said this enhances your ability to understand and use new words effectively in communication. So when you are reading this book, both the one that is in the area of your studies and the one that are not, then it help you to accumulate new words and also effectively use them when you are communicating with others. Then link. So therefore, reading is a simple yet powerful tool for expanding one's intellectual capacity. Did you see now you are linking it to the evidence that reading is powerful tool for expanding one's intellectual capacity. Note: when developing a new paragraph, use linking words. When you want to develop after your introduction, you start with the first paragraph. Say, use a linking words. Linking words like furthermore, however, therefore, notwithstanding, precisely, albeit, to connect paragraphs and sentences. These are called linking words. Use active voice and precise vocabulary. Don't use passive voice. Use active voice. Brainstorm ideas before writing and create an outline to organize your points. Brainstorm ideas. Bring out ideas. Write them down. Outline them in logical sequence or in order, so that what you are writing will make meaning. It is very important to write freely without worrying about perfection. As you are writing, just continue writing. Let it flow as it comes to you. Finally, check your grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors. Editing improves your grammar structure and coherence. So when you finish writing, remember when you write freely, don't worry about your grammar as you are writing. But after writing, proofread. You do what? You proofread. That is when you will not check your grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors, because it helps. Writing the conclusion. How to approach it. How to approach your conclusion. How to write your conclusion. Number 1 says summarize the main points without repeating them verbatim. When you are writing your conclusion, summarize the main points without repeating them verbatim. Summarize in few sentences. Bring all those things that you have written in few sentences. Summarize them. If you don't write verbatim, your conclusion should be concise. Restate the thesis in a fresh way. The main point, say, restate it. Write it in a fresh way, in a new way. End with a strong closing statement. And when you are define your final sentence, it say close it with a strong closing statement. Example, a call to action or a thought-provoking idea. A call to action or a thought-provoking idea. So you use it when you are concluding your essay writing. That should be the last sentence of your conclusion. With this, you understand and will be able to write your essay perfectly well. And with this, bringing our lesson to conclusion. Thank you. See you in our next